Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Jason from Jason Ellis Toys and Cards. I'm going to do something a little different in this video since NASCAR is back, and I'm definitely glad it is. I want to kind of show what I have in my NASCAR collection. I definitely don't have what I used to. I used to have tons and tons of diecast cars and cars and everything, but I've narrowed it down to just a little bit of that, what I wanted to keep. I kind of want to show everybody right now. The first diecast up right here. A lot of people might not ever knew he was in NASCAR. Some people might know him from just as a country music Hall of Famer, a great absolute singer. This is Marty Robbins. He did do a little bit of racing back in the 70s and probably into the 80s. Didn't really win any races or anything. He just loved being a part of NASCAR. I saw this at a NASCAR store several years ago, and I had to pick this thing up to put in my PC because I'm a big fan of his as a singer, and finding out that he was in NASCAR, I definitely had to get this. Marty Robbins, right there, number 42. Check out that car. Love that. Next few pieces up are more die-cast cards that I kept in my collection. Next one up is 1993. It's from Racing Champions, and it's Alan Kulwicki, the 1992 Winston Cup champion. Unfortunately, we lost him in April of '93. But if you're a fan of NASCAR, if you collect anything in NASCAR, I think you have to have an Alan Kulwicki piece in your collection. I love that right there. It's awesome. When I first got into watching NASCAR, the first guy that I became a fan of was Davey Allison. And this diecast here is all these are 1/64 scale cards. This is from 1992 Racing Champions. There's a Davey Allison right there. A lot of the values on these things have decreased. I used to have price guides for all these, and a lot of the stuff was high on value and stuff. They've just dropped so much. Next one up right here, there's two different variations of this one, and it's the 1993 Racing Champions of Davey Allison. This one here, you probably can't see it too well, but on over the driver's side door and the passenger side door, where their name is, it actually has his signature over the window. And on this one, for some reason, they just printed the name Davey Allison on there. Not sure why they have two variations of that, but still pretty cool. I was a big Davey fan. Unfortunately, I was really upset when he lost his life in a helicopter crash at Talladega. That was tough to take, being a Davey Allison fan. Another piece here. This is a limited edition, 1 of 5,000. It's the Racing Champions 93 Premier Edition Davey Allison Transporter. This is another piece that actually dropped in value. This was like close to $200. You can probably find it now on eBay for maybe $30, possibly. Like I said, being a Davey Allison fan, I definitely got to keep it in my collection. Let's see. Now for the newer stuff that I have, Tony Stewart was the guy that I became a fan of. After Davey Allison, it was Ernie Irvan, and then I went to Tony Stewart. And I had a lot of Tony cars, and I did get sell some. But I kept some of them that are just cool, and I just thought this was a cool paint scheme. This is from. Let me see what this was from. This is from 2004, the Shrek 2 paint scheme that he had. This is from Action Performance. The colors on this are just great with the orange and the green. There's old Shrek on the hood. Not like I said, values have definitely went down on stuff, but I was a big Tony Stewart fan, and one of the pieces that I wanted to keep in my collection. All right, next one up. This one is actually, let's see, about here. This is a 2002 diecast that they put out. This isn't a car that he drove or anything. It's just one that they did. It's a clear car of his 2002 Home Depot Grand Prix. But my mother was on vacation down at the beach several years ago, and she actually saw that he was signing autographs. So she stopped in there and actually bought this car, and he signed the car for me, which I couldn't believe that. I wish I'd have been there when they were at the beach to meet him, but she was able to meet him and get the car signed for me, which is pretty awesome. I mean, like I said, being a Tony Stewart fan, definitely a piece I love it in my collection. Kind of wish Tony was still driving. So glad that NASCAR is back, starting this weekend. And you got the Daytona 500 tomorrow. This car here is one of my favorites, actually. This came out in 2000, and it is the J.D. Byrider 124 scale car, dirt model car that Tony drove in some of the dirt races that he was in. I just think this is just a cool car right here. It's another one that definitely has dropped in value, like I said, and this one actually comes from a certificate of authenticity. So there's only 9,000 of these that they did, so that's what's pretty cool about that one. Not only the fact that it's a dirt model car. And the other piece of die cast I have right here is another paint scheme that Tony had. This is from 2002 when he did the Charlie Brown. I love the black on this car. There's the hood with Charlie Brown and Snoopy and Linus, Home Depot. The colors of this car was just awesome with the black on it. It was just a sweet looking car. Definitely one of them I want to keep in my collection. That's it for the die-cast cars. I've just got some cards here I want to show now that I've collected. I want to start with the autograph cards first. I used to send off a lot of cards through the mail to the race shops, and had the guys, ask them if they would sign a card and stuff. And every one of them was nice enough to autograph the card and send it back to me. Most of them that I don't have anymore, I've traded off or sold off. But a couple of them here that I kept. Two of them, really I kept because they actually personalized the cards to me. But this one is Casey Mears. You can see he put to Jason, Casey Mears. And the other one that's personalized is Juan Pablo Montoya. You can see on the top there, to Jason. So that's pretty cool that they personalized it. And the rest of them I kept because I'm big fans of these guys. But here's Ryan Newman. You can see his autograph up there. I wonder how he's feeling going into tomorrow after last year's horrific crash at the Daytona 500. I honestly thought that he was going to be more seriously injured than he was. Thank God he wasn't, and he's back racing. Here's like I said earlier, the second guy that I was a big fan of. There's Ernie Irvan right there, and this is from 2011. It's numbered 7 out of 50. I'm a big fan of Ernie Irvin. Here's another that, if you like NASCAR, you have to be a fan of this guy, Richard Petty. I mean, what can you say about Richard Petty? And there's his signature right there. I mean, he's just definitely probably top three greatest drivers of all time. Maybe not, maybe the best in some opinions. Next one up right here that I kept is Matt Kenseth. I think he was a very underrated driver during his time. He did win a championship. He didn't win a lot of races, and he was just a good, clean driver. Next one up, old DW, Darrell Waltrip. I wasn't a big fan of his on the when he was driving. I was more of a fan of his when he was in the booth, for Fox calling races. Next one up, Kevin Harvick. And this card's from 2001, just after he took over driving the. They went to the number 29 car after Dale Earnhardt unfortunately lost his life. There's Kevin Harvick's autograph. Here's Kurt Busch autograph. I like that. Nice black Sharpie. This guy here just recently retired, the 7-time champion, Jimmy Johnson. I was not really a fan of his because all he did was win races, win championships. Okay. Next guy up, one of my favorites of all time right there. So there's another Tony Stewart autograph. Cool card right there. Cool signature. And now the guy that I follow, and it's a guy that everybody loves to hate. All he does is win races in any series he's in. He's a 2-time champion, Mr. Rowdy. Kyle Busch autograph right there. Probably, I would say, probably a great chance he wins the championship again this year. Of course, I'm a Kyle Busch fan, so I'm going to say that. Next cards are not autographs. It's just cards I want to show. The first few here, these are from 1998. These are actually rookie cards of drivers. It's weird to see drivers have a rookie cards. You know, when you think of that, you think of the baseball, football, basketball, but NASCAR does put out trading cards, and they did do rookie cards. Here's two Tony Stewart rookie cards. He was in the Busch series, dropped with Shell. There's another Tony Stewart rookie card, and another Tony Stewart rookie card. Another cool card I have, and it's cool that it's Tony Stewart. This is it's got a race used tire right there in the middle. Tony Stewart race used tire. That's just a cool card right there. Got a couple of Davey Allison cards. Like I said, the first guy that I actually watched and was a big fan of in NASCAR. Here he is holding up his 1992 Daytona 500 trophy. He won one and finished second to his dad in one. There's another 92 Daytona 500 card. Very, very, very sad when he lost his life. And this next one right here, I'll be honest, I cried, and probably most people in this country cried too when this guy died. This is a 1989 Max Crisco special edition card of Dale Earnhardt. I wasn't a big fan of his either, but definitely liked watching him on the track. And like I said, it was definitely tough for people to accept when he lost his life on the last lap of the Daytona 500. It was a tough day. This card here is pretty cool. It's from '93, I believe. It's got Dale Earnhardt and a young Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there, and Kerry Earnhardt right here. Look how young Dale Jr. looks right there. He turned out to be a pretty good driver himself. Next one up, we got a few Jeff Gordons here. I just got these because I'm not used to seeing Jeff Gordon with a mustache, but these are from 92, and these are actually his rookie cards as well. Here's a Carolina Ford Dealers Jeff Gordon. Look at that mustache. You didn't see him drive them with a mustache very often. I think not long after he was in Cup, he got rid of it. There's another young Jeff Gordon with a mustache. There's another one. I like this one because the sponsor that he has on his shirt, Baby Ruth. Okay, there's another guy that unfortunately lost his life. Champion we had, Alan Kowicki card. Love that one. I'm throwing this one in there only because of the sponsor on the car. How about the spam car? There's a lot of sponsors throughout NASCAR that you saw on these cars that just cracked you up, and that was one of them that just made me laugh. There's Ernie Irvin card. I like that one a lot. And there's a couple of Dale Earnhardt Jr. cards. There's one of him, and when he's in the Busch years with AC Delco. And a 2000 card when he was. Unfortunately, this card manufacturer doesn't really show a lot of the logos. I guess they want to put Budweiser, but there's one of his first cards with Budweiser on his uniform. And the last card here isn't someone that a lot of people probably don't know of, but if you're from this state, you definitely have heard of this guy. You have to be a fan of this guy because he's not. He was born not far from here. Rodney Combs. I believe Lost Creek is where he was from. He didn't really have a great career, but I mean, if he was a fan of NASCAR, a fan of racing, definitely any kind of racing in this state, you had to be a fan of Rodney Combs. I mean, being from this state. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, and if you like this video, hopefully I'll have more videos out on other sports. Like I said, I did this one because NASCAR are starting back up tomorrow with the Daytona 500. So if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.